everyone. I'm Neha from Innosphere, and we are starting with a series where we help students in preparation for their interviews at various companies. Today with us, we have Prashik Shelare, who is an intern at Atlas Copco. Welcome, Prashik. Now, before we dive into our interview segment, I would like to congratulate you for your internship and wish you all the best on behalf of our entire team.
Uh, Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction.
It would be great if you would introduce yourself more to our audience.
Uh, uh, Hello again. Myself, Prashik Shelare. I'm currently pursuing mechanical engineering. I'm a third year student as well. I'm currently in Pune, but my hometown resides in Nagpur. So I believe that's enough of me.
Okay, I would also like to mention that Prashik is also a Secretary General at MUN, which is such a remarkable achievement as well.
Thank you.
So, well, now let's start with the first question, which is now that you've landed the internship at Atlas Copco, what are you most excited about as you get ready to start?
First of all, I wasn't a very strong student, I would say. But at the beginning, as I approached my degree, but again somehow within the semesters went away, and I gained some skills out there, and I realized how beautiful this degree is, how beautiful mechanical engineering is in total. So when I say what I want, what I look forward to in my internship is, I believe I'd like to think upon and I'd like to work upon projects involving whatever things I've learned. As I said, I wasn't a very great student from the start. I was just a, you can say, below average student who's trying to learn concepts which are very new to me. I would say because my 11th and 12th were in the COVID period wherein we weren't you know we weren't studying that much. The whole 2 years duration was kind of up and down here and there. So there was a bit of rush a lot in those 2 years. So we didn't study properly. I personally though didn't study properly. So I didn't have my concepts cleared at all at before 11 12 mein. But again, when you say ki you're taking mechanical engineering as a BTech streamline. So you have to rebuild your concepts throughout your physics, maths, chemistry, everything is related. So yeah, the first half was pretty much difficult for me, but again, when you give time to something, something will grow up eventually. So yeah, I learned it. I kind of liked it. I'm loving it currently, and I would like to see what Atlas Copco is working upon in mechanical terms, and how could I align with their goals, and how could I help them with them, and how could I actually use my knowledge. There's enough studying happened. Now there's needs to be some application. So I am looking forward to application and using my whatever I studied in the last 3 4 semesters, so that I might feel responsible and important enough.
Okay, that is wonderful to hear. It must be an exciting opportunity to begin this new journey as well.
Yeah, definitely it is.
Okay. So, can you describe the selection process and the number of interview rounds at Atlas Copco, as well as what are the most common types of interview questions asked?
Actually, during my recruitment drive, it was an online test which happened. First of all, you have to register for the company whichever is there. Then you have to give the test. It was an complete aptitude based test, I would say, and then we had a group discussion. So we had the first phase was the aptitude test, then we had group discussion, and the third was personal interview. My only one type of interview was happened. There wasn't a technical or a HR interview. It was a combined interview. It was a technical plus HR interview only. So yeah, that was it. A test, then a GD, then a personal interview. That were the three phases which I went through during my recruitment times. I don't know what Atlas Copco does at different colleges, but at our college, it went through these three phases.
Okay, that sounds like a well structured and comprehensive process, actually. Okay, so how does Atlas Copco assesses candidates during interview process? Are there specific assessments or case studies?
Uh, this is something I'm not very sure about because I've not talked. I hadn't. I've not communicated much with the HR during the interview as well. But what I could think of as of now is Atlas Copco majorly goes through your technical skills which are involved. Atlas Copco, for to give you a brief, manufactures compressors. They used to manufacture diesel engines as first, but now they manufacture compressors. And when you say they manufacture compressors, so you need to know what compressors are. And when you know what compressors are, there are a lot of things involved. So basically, there's a lot of mechanical engineering stuff involved there. So for that, you need to know. You should be technically sound enough to know what compressors are and what the basic questions and everything. But you should be technically strong enough for that. Apart from that, good communication skills, I would say. There are students who might know well, who are educated enough, who are overqualified as well, I could say. But again, if you can't communicate your skills, if you can't make yourself, the most important person in that room when the interview is happening, or when you can't, you have to present yourself in a very distinguished manner. So I would say communications is could be the second thing again, and how presentable you are, how good you are at presentations, how good you are in the GB. I would say so. The whole personality is reviewed somehow, but yeah, it was good.
Okay, that is an insightful approach. I feel it's good to know that that they focus on practical skills also, right? So another question is how important is knowledge of different computer engineering subjects like DSA, OOPS, and OS when applying for roles at Atlas Copco?
Uh, Different computer engineering is nowhere aligned with mechanical engineering, I would say. But in this multidisciplinary era, you should know things. But when you mention subjects like DSA, OOPS, or operating systems, these are very core computer engineering subjects. So I don't think there there is any line aligning with mechanical engineering and or operating systems or mechanical engineering. I would say OOPS was one of my subjects during my second year common module, but that wasn't helpful enough because Atlas Copco never asked me anything about OOPS or DSA or anything related to that. But yeah, when Atlas Copco have job openings for web developer and data analytics as well. So if you are a computer engineering student, you should study these all subjects in complete detail as they during our recruitment time, I believe they recruited 5 interns for web development plus data analytics, and they recruited 3 students from mechanical engineering department. So yeah, there's a scope for computer engineering students as well. But then I'm not the right person you're talking about. You're talking to for this whole context. I believe there should have been some different kind of approach or some different context behind that.
Okay, so like having a strong foundation in every areas in engineering is certainly valuable for any type
Yeah,
of company.
that is yeah.
Yeah.
I you should somehow know the surfaces as thoda sa. You should know data analytics, Abhikilus.
Oh, okay.
Again, you should know basics of electronics as well. You should know basics of ENTCs as well. You should know basics of strength of materials as well. You should know basics of physics as well. So when you say you are an engineer, you should know basics of everything. You can't say I'm a mechanical engineer, so I can't work on computer, or I can't work under data, or I can't do this, I can't do that. You shouldn't do that. But when you are interviewing for a specified role, they don't majorly focuses on multidisciplinary courses. They majorly focuses on what the company does and what the company is. all about. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds great actually. So, how did you prepare for the technical aspects of the Atlas Copco interview? Any recommended resources or preparation tips for us?
uh, Preparation tips. I actually met with my professor, and actually he's a great professor. He told me two, three subjects to go in detail. Well, it's very evident enough or very obvious to what to study when you are preparing for Atlas Copco. It's completely compresses. So if you are a mechanical engineering student, you might come across subjects like applied thermal engineering, heat transfer, fluid mechanics, strength of material, machines, and uh, hybrid and electric vehicles as well. I would say hydraulics, hydraulic machines, and power fluid solutions. So these are some of the subjects which are somehow here and there related with Atlas Copco's application-based studies. So somehow these concepts, then whatever projects you have involved in, whatever projects you have mentioned in your resume, whatever work experience you have mentioned in your resume, or yeah, the if if it's not a mechanical engineering domain project, or if you say, for giving a brief instance, a mechanical engineering project might not contain something related to embedded systems or something related to repositories or data analytics or any kind of development behind that front end back end. So if you have if you are mentioning a project which is completely mechanical engineering project, then you should know the every detail. There are 1,000 concepts involved, so you should know from material sciences to strength of materials to dynamics of machines to power fluids and fluid mechanics. You should know the every detail in that. Again, if you are mentioning any projects in embedded systems, or you've built an app or you've built an AI chatbot, so you could also mention that. But again, that is not relevant enough for Atlas Copco. I don't know for other companies, but for Atlas Copco, you should, if you are a mechanical engineering student, first of all, you should mention mechanical engineering projects only. I would say that matches with the that aligns with the company's agenda, the company what the company does, and yeah, your roles as well.
Wow. It sounds like you prepared diligently for the interview rounds. So, yeah, consistent practice truly makes a difference as well. So, yeah, what should candidates emphasize when answering why Atlas Copco in an interview?
Uh, when we had our pre-placement talk, there was this HR man. I'm not remembering her name, but she told us that people do want to join because Atlas Copco is a 150-year-old company. So when a company is there from of 1.5 150 years, 150 years is a lot. The world has been changing at a rapid pace. So when you talk about Atlas Copco, it's stability. When you talk about Atlas Copco, it's something your career is somehow stable there. You don't. And one more thing, Atlas Copco does not fire their interns. So there's 100% PPO chances for that. So there's this promise of you not losing your job, you not getting the PPO. That type of stress or that type of tension is not there. I would say it's quite relaxed and it's quite stress free. And again, when you come up to the age of 21, 22, when you need to get some internships, you need to get some money out of it, and you don't have any side hustles, any businesses. So, and your only source could be college placements or campus drives. So, that is a very honest opinion. You need money, and for that, you need internships, and for that, you need to apply for companies. And again, you have to prepare for that. And yeah, same goes for it. Typical approach. But again, Atlas Copco slash it's stability, I would say.
Okay, that is an excellent perspective. Aligning one's goal with the company's vision is always impactful. Yeah. So, if you could offer one piece of advice to someone aspiring to work at Atlas Copco, what would it be?
Study, enjoy, build relations, build you know build skills, build your resume, do everything. I would say if you are a mechanical engineering student, do embedded projects, do projects from CS backgrounds, do projects with development, make yourself a good mechanical engineer, be fluent with your core subjects like heat transfer, thermodynamics, fluid mechanics in a serious manner. If you're a second year student, then again, if Atlas Copco is visiting, Atlas Copco will definitely visit again. And whenever it's visiting, do apply first of all. Many students forget to apply or they don't, you know, they are somehow not prepared, or I would say that's it's something that stops them from applying. So apply and study mechanical engineering with the most fullest heart you can. Don't look at mechanical engineering with some taboo or what. Build mechanical engineering as the most beautiful engineering department, I would say.
Okay, that is a valuable advice. I feel that demonstrating genuine interest and initiative is always appreciated. So yeah. So going to the last question, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently to prepare for your Atlas Copco interview?
Uh, yeah, actually, the shortlisting for my interview was on Friday, and my interview was scheduled on Monday. So I only had 2 days, so there isn't much things which I've prepared. My resume was already prepared, and apart from that, I just had to revise with my concepts of as the core subjects I mentioned, and apart from that, my projects which I've mentioned in my resume while uploading. Sorry, while uploading. Uh, those were the things. I would say there wasn't enough time for me to prepare specifically for personal interviews. So looking back and guessing what could I've done in a different way. So it it would have been key. I shouldn't have taken much stress. I have taken a lot of tension during that time. So I must have kept थोड़ा सा chilled. Again, revised my technical concepts basically from the very start, from the very scratch. There was this question in my interview which I was not able to answer, so I didn't want it to embarrass myself in future. So I would have prepared thoroughly again. I Yeah, that would have been enough. I said,
Okay, that's such a thoughtful reflection. Learning from each experience is indeed very, very important, right?
yeah,
Okay, thank you so much, Prashik, for taking this time to be with us today and sharing such valuable insights. Your experiences and advice will surely be helpful for many students preparing for interviews at Atlas Copco. And on behalf of Innosphere, we sincerely wish you the very best for your future endeavors and your internship journey.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.